Alright, what's up guys? We're live! Woo! Alright. See, we got 5 people on here so far. Awesome. Alright, so the comments will pop up on the computer screen, right? Alright. So, if you're watching right now, type in some comments so that way I know your comments are rolling in. I want to see who we got with us. We got 5 people watching. 1 thumbs up. Let's see. Oh, Steve Peterson said hi. What's up, Steve Peterson? How's it going? Good to see you. Alright, so that's pretty cool. I like this setup better. Last time the setup was all kind of weird. But this one, I can just kind of look at my phone and see the comments come in right here. How do I sound? Do I sound good? Can you guys hear me good? Steve Peterson said good. Alright.
Are the Patreon comments coming up?
Yeah, they're coming up on the phone right here.
But those are the YouTube comments, most likely. The Patreon comment should be right here.
Oh, I didn't know this was YouTube.
That is YouTube. So, scroll up. No, the other way. Anything in there? In here?
No.
Because there are comments.
Oh, do I need to just click this live feed right here? Maybe it'll show it?
No, you just click the comments.
Oh, do I need to just click this live feed right here? Maybe it'll show it? Sorry guys, we're trying to figure this out real quick.
What do you do here?
Comments aren't popping up.
Hang on a second, boys. Refresh this. You might have to do it the same way where you do it, just push everybody to YouTube again. See? That's
Oh, I'll just have to keep refreshing it.
maybe.
Wait, it's popping up here though. Leo, it popped up right here, like his comment.
Same ones?
Alright, so I'm trying to, because this is like the YouTube one that I'm looking at right here, so I'm trying to make sure these are the same comments. But Guy B said hello. What's up, Guy B? Leo D, I'm pretty sure that's how you say the last one. What's up, Leo? Comments, LOL. Can you send some AC through the web? Lost mine today. On Patreon, it wasn't working. On YouTube, it is. I know. Alright, so Leo, so I think their comments are coming through on YouTube and on Patreon. Leo Day, like day. Got it. I like it. Are you a Leo? I like your screensaver. It's a lion. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, I kind of wrote some notes here. That way I can keep on track of things I want to talk about, because I have ADD really bad, so like my brain goes all over the place, and every time I try and do like talking videos or live feeds, I always ramble. But with live feeds, you can ramble, because that's kind of what a live feed is. So, thanks for letting me get on here and ramble with you guys. Retired cop Leo Day, Latin for Lion of God. Oh, nice. I like that. That's cool. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is my latest Gun Day Monday on YouTube, and me talking about switching over to YouTube. So AGC has ADD. That could get confusing. What's up, Clover Tech? I know I've always had really bad ADD, where my brain's like thinking of 500 things while I'm trying to have a conversation or talking, and it makes for like a really bad person behind a camera, because then you're like talking about one thing and then you bounce to the other thing and you just ramble. Anyway, I wanted to talk about why I switched to YouTube and what's going on with that and everything. So I want to make this very clear. I'm not leaving YouTube. I'm just not gonna post as much on YouTube. YouTube is gonna be my main priority. So YouTube is where it's gonna be like my baby. YouTube is where all my Gun Day Mondays are gonna be, every Monday. And then YouTube will just kind of be like, you know, occasional videos here and there, uploading, you know, if it's something really cool, upload it, whatever. But YouTube has obviously been doing a lot of like, and YouTube is a private, they're their own platform, so they're allowed to do that. But I think that the reason I wanted to start switching over to YouTube is if I'm the first one to finally, if I make the move to go over to YouTube and maybe other people follow me, like other YouTubers, and we all go over to YouTube, then YouTube will get buried. YouTube won't be able to have, they won't have the eyes that they have right now. So I'm trying to, and by me doing this, I'm doing this as a selfless thing. I'm trying to do it because I'm trying to have us all come together. If we all come together and we all bail and we go to YouTube, we're all fine. It's all good, you know? So I know I got a lot of people mad at me about me switching over to YouTube and saying like, why are you doing that? And like that's crazy. And I mean, personally, I just feel like it's a good move, and it's something smart that we should all do and that I should do, because if we just all stay on YouTube and we're just kind of kissing YouTube's butt, like, you know, we're all on there and we're like, ooh, who's the next one to get kicked off and who's the next one to get a strike, and all worried all the time. That's ridiculous. That we should have to be on there and like, kiss YouTube's butt pretty much. So I kind of just took it upon myself to say, you know what, I'm making a statement and this is what I'm doing, and YouTube, you can kiss my butt, I don't care. And I don't want to name any names, but I've had people like, you know, make videos and get mad and say that they think that I'm a sellout, or that I'm just doing this, that I'm just doing YouTube for views and for money and fame and all this stuff, which is not true, because Clovertech said, not mad, disagree with the perspective and projected outcome. It went away too fast. Sorry, I also suck at reading. But no, and I'm not mad at anyone that disagrees with me. You're allowed to have your own opinion, you know, just like I'm allowed to have my own opinion. So, you know, I'm not mad at Clovertech or anybody. I'm just saying that this is the reason, and I need to explain myself, and I'll get more into it in a future, like later live feed with one of our friends that we might do, or like a video or something like that. But I just wanted to say that most of this YouTube stuff that I've been doing, so, like a lot of it has been funded from savings money and help of Patreons. So all the Patreon money that I make, it all goes back into the RV for gas to go places, the RV to stay places so we can go and take these training videos, ammo, and I get ammo donations from people, and I really appreciate that. Like Roger Dill, he's not watching right now, but like, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate. I don't take my ammo donations and just sell it for money. Like, this is something that I'm passionate about and that I love. And if one day it could turn into like a serious job, that would be cool, because then I'd be doing something that I love. But I just want to say that I don't make great money. I barely make enough to get by. I live in an RV. I'm not, you know, I'm not in some high-rise condo partying every day. Like, I still have my fun here and there because I'm a human being, but with the help of my Patreons and my savings money that has been personal money that has nothing to do with YouTube, that I never got from YouTube, never got from you guys, never got from anything, has been what's took off before I even had Patreon. That has been what's been paying for this entire YouTube thing. So I've actually gone in the hole doing this YouTube thing. And for me, my videos cost a lot more money than other people's. Like, some people, if they sit there, like they sit like how I'm sitting now, and they do recording videos, and then they just edit, and then they put them out there. My videos take a lot more cost and a lot more money, because I'm always traveling to do this training. Clovertech said, you ain't been around enough to get a lot of money from YouTube. They ain't paid us well in years. That's true. Most YouTubers aren't making a killing. Unless you're elite YouTubers like Demolition Ranch, you're not really, you know, you still have like another job. But we make ends meet because, you know, we live cheap. We live in an RV, and we figure out, like, we don't, you know, we live cheap. But like I was saying, gosh dang, there goes my brain again. What was I saying? Forgot where I was. But yeah, pretty much I had some people get mad, and they were questioning, a lot of people were questioning my genuinity. Is that the word I'm looking for? They were questioning whether I'm I'm real with this channel, or whether I take this seriously, or they think I'm just doing it for views. And I've had people say that they think that I'm just doing it for attention because I show my boobs and butt and I'm provocative, which I don't understand that, because to me, I don't feel like I've ever done that. I don't feel like I've ever uploaded videos where my boobs or butt were hanging out. And maybe there's been one, maybe when I first started, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But if you look at my Instagram, if you look at my YouTube, like all that, it's all very like, you know, wholesome, because I'm trying to reach out to like dads that can show their daughters, and I don't want it to be like all slut-tastic and then they like, oh, I can't show my daughter now, you know. Leo Day said, yeah, really gotta treat it like a business and make wise decisions. Oh man, these comments, I wish they would stay up longer, because they go by too fast.
So like, this is somewhat the voice of reason here.
Can I hear you over there?
I don't know, because I'm not listening, but I'm pretty sure they can, because I'm
Okay,
right.
Can you guys hear Joe? If you guys can hear Joe, please say that you can right now, because I know he wants to say some stuff, but he's the camera guy. He's the mysterious camera guy, so we're trying to keep him the mysterious camera guy. Clovertac said he can hear you.
Okay, so you know, like, we're not really tripping too much. People can all have their opinions, and the guy that put this up is kind of, you know, if we're not going to give him any mention or any name, because what he's really looking for is he's looking for attention, right? He's one of the guys that takes the path of another pretty famous YouTuber, and I'm just going to be real. He's trying to get traction by dropping other names. I don't necessarily believe that he even believes what he's saying. But when he says stuff like, oh, she's, you know, not training with women, she's not doing enough to promote other women. Well, we've reached out, we've done tons of promos on Instagrams. We've gone to smaller female YouTubers and done stuff with them, and sometimes it's not worked out because of different things. We've reached out to bigger female YouTubers and stuff like that, and we've cross-promoted all kinds of stuff. The things that this guy is saying, it's quite obvious that he's watched really none of our videos, because all of the claims that he's making, that we should be going to the ranges and tour stops and bringing girls up to the range and promoting and getting them to train with us. Well, that's what we're doing. Anybody that knows that's been watching us knows that's what we've been doing, but it takes time. And so we're spending money driving to all these ranges, shaking hands and kissing babies, to get these tour stops set up, using our own cash to do this, so we can get new girls shooting.
Yeah.
But this guy, he just read a title.
Leo Day said, ignore him, stay on the high road.
Right. We're not going to give him any kind of love. He saw an opportunity to throw out a quick video out there. He's done it multiple times before with other YouTubers, trying to catch traction off of other people's coattails, because who knows how long he's been doing it. He's got no traction. He's like the Yankee Marshall, but just not funny. You know?
Is Yankee Marshall funny? I don't know.
Yeah, Yankee Marshall.
I don't really watch Yankee Marshall.
Love or hate Yankee Marshall, says a lot of crazy stuff, but he's funny, right?
But
and so, like, you know, hold on. Well, the last thing is all the stuff he's saying, you know, like that we're not reaching out to other girls, or Brickell hasn't trained with any girl trainers. Brickell, we train with the best trainers. And if you haven't seen somebody that you think is high and mighty on the totem pole yet, it's not because we're not planning on training with them. It's because we haven't had the time to get to them yet. All this stuff costs a lot of money, right? Brickell dresses the way that young girls dress now. They don't you're not going to relate to girls that wear camo pants and hang out in the country. Those girls already got shooting in the background. We're trying to get to inner city girls. And we get letters like almost every week. She gets messages on Instagram of girls shooting, saying, hey, because of you, check this out, I'm shooting all over the world. In Panama, this, that, whatever. The guy has no clue what he's talking about. He's just trying to drum up some attention. He later then invited us on his show. It's pure and obvious. He's calling Brickell and us sellouts. Well, what is a sellout? Somebody that says things that they don't necessarily believe, so they can benefit, so they can make money or get views, and that's precisely what he's doing.
Yeah. So, obviously, you can tell. I mean, you can tell. Like sometimes some things they bother you, and it's frustrating when people. The reason it's frustrating is because I've invested so much of my money and time, and I love what I do, and I'm so proud of how far I've come, and I'm proud that I almost every week I get I'm not making this up, I get emails and letters from dads and even girls, and I even have a female Patreon on here now. No, two actually. I have Peppermint Patty, well, Patty, and Ashley, and lots of girls will send me messages, even girls from my hometown. They'll be like, dude, I was always scared to go shooting, but after watching your video, like, you make it look so fun and so exciting, and like, I just love it now, and that's what I want to do. So that's why I stay myself, and I stay true to myself and girly and who I am, because that's who I am. I am a girly girl. I like to wear dresses. I like to wear makeup. I like to be myself, and I can't change myself for anybody else. That's who I am. And I don't think that I dress slutty, and if people think that, then they can think that, that's fine. But I wear appropriate clothing to the range so I don't get hurt and don't get burns down my shirt or anything like that. But I get all kinds of messages from people saying, you know, because of you, it encouraged me to go shooting, and it makes me feel so good, and that's why I do it. If I was doing this channel and I wasn't getting those messages, I don't know if I would still do it, because I don't feel like I would be changing anything or affecting anybody. I feel like I would just be preaching to the choir, and we don't need any more of that. We're always preaching to the choir. What's the point, you know? So it does make me a little butthurt when people try and question me and say, well, she must be a sellout, this and that. And people that say that obviously have not been watching me very closely. They're not like you guys. They don't know what I've been doing. They're not like Joe. Joe sees it all the time. He sees people sending me messages all the time talking about, if the arrows are in your back, you're out front. Yeah. He sees the messages of people like,
attaboy, Leo.
Yeah, he sees the messages from people like sending me messages all the time, and that's why I don't do, this is kind of a rant turning into a rant live video, but that's why I don't do videos of, hey, I'm reviewing this AR-15, or I'm taking it apart, or I'm showing you how to clean your gun, or hey, I'm reviewing the new XD40 or the new Smith & Wesson 2.0 compact. I don't do videos like that because I don't feel like girls that aren't into shooting already will be interested in that, and that won't get them interested. Because for me, if I've been in their shoes, and I've been a girl 2 years ago that never shot, didn't know anything about guns, and if I would have stumbled upon a video like that, I would not have clicked it. I wouldn't click it because it's not interesting to me. But if I see a pretty girl and she's shooting, and I'm like, and she's got blinged out hearing protection, I might be like, wait, where did she get that hearing protection from, and why is she shooting, and isn't that like a guy's thing? And I would watch it and I would be like, wow, that's kind of interesting. I kind of want to do that. Also could have some really archers in your ranks too. But so, and another thing that I want to address is in the video when they're calling me a sellout, they say that I also need to be cross-promoting with more female competitive shooters and gun YouTubers and incorporating them more in my channel and stuff. And I don't want to name any names because I don't want to call people out, but I have reached out to a lot of girls trying to do things with them. I've tried to donate to a female Patreon, but she blocked me. I sent messages to other female YouTubers, gun YouTubers, and asked them, hey, do you want to collab? And hey, I'm in your area, would you like to do something? And they didn't respond to me. I've made lots of Instagram posts with Caitlin Bennett, with girls from when I did my USPS, or IPSC, what was it? USPSA gun competition in, where was it? Frostproof?
Frostproof.
In Frostproof, I always forget where it is. I met so many girls there. I did a whole video on just all like female gun competition shooters, and I interviewed them, I took pictures with them, and did a whole collage and put it on my YouTube channel.
If one goes by, I can look back here.
And yeah, make sure you check the comments, and I've collabed with 50 Cal Gal, Valerie 50 Cal Gal, and
50 Cal Val.
50 Cal Val. Why do I always want to call her 50 Cal Gal? 50 Cal Val. Like, if there's other girls out there that want to collab, let me know, because, like, and I went to Shawnee Tactical, actually did a whole, like, I was an assistant instructor, so I was helping out, and so I was helping out just an all-women shoot, and I made a whole video on that. So I mean, I would love to have people like Julie Golub, I can never pronounce it, Julie Golub, lots of other female, what's the word I'm thinking of? Female shooters, female activists. I would love to have them on my channel. If I could get Caitlin Bennett on my channel right now, I would do it. But I've reached out to people, and some people are too big and it's kind of unattainable, and some people you gotta kind of work your way into that. You can't just send people messages and say, hey, you want to collab, because then they smell out, oh, they're just trying to use me for a collab or whatever. So what I like to do is slowly make my name and slowly, gradually try and get more people my way and talk to them and, you know, plant seeds in their heads, and you got to make them love you first, and then they'll be down to collab with you. But I mean, that's like getting mad at me that I haven't collabed with Hickok. I mean, if I could do it, I would, you know, I would. But that's kind of just my rant for the day. So to answer your question, if you're still confused, and if anybody thinks that I'm a sellout, I don't know why they would still think that. I think right off the bat, to be honest, the fact that I'm a girl in a gun industry and it's all mostly males, people are going to question that, because they're going to be like, if she's a girl and most girls aren't interested in guns and she's here in this industry, there's got to be a catch to that, right? There's got to be something weird about that. There's, like, that just doesn't add up to people. And to be honest, when I first started shooting guns, I wasn't super into it like I am now. I started doing this channel because, you know, it was kind of something just fun to do, and it was just kind of like a hobby. You know, I went out shooting with Joe. He was like, hey, you want to go shooting? And I'm like, yeah, let's go do it. So I started shooting. He was uploading it. He's always been super into doing the whole computer editing software. He's a gun nerd, or he's a computer nerd. he's been super into all that stuff. So I was like, I was into making the videos because, like, it was pretty cool to go, you know, show my mom, and she was like, oh, that's awesome. And it felt good that I was shooting, and I was watching the news, seeing crazy stuff going on all the time, and I was like, you know, I probably should have self-protection. And then I started getting comments from people telling me that I suck and that I'm a terrible shooter and I should just go back to the kitchen and all kinds of sexist, rude, mean stuff. But so when people do that kind of stuff to me, it makes me, instead of saying, you know what, they're right, and just quitting my YouTube channel, it makes me think, you know what, I'm going to get some training. So I went out, James Yeager invited me out, I went out to Tactical Response, I got some training, and then ever since, like, that day I got training, I started feeling like, wow, like, this is an amazing feeling. I love feeling safe. I love carrying a gun. I love the Second Amendment. I started, you know, Googling stuff, learning about history and the Second Amendment and why it came about and what happened, and, you know, the Founding Fathers and 1776, you know, 4th of July, all that stuff. And I started getting, like, you know, because I didn't pay attention in school, to be honest. I didn't pay attention to anything, so I don't know how I graduated, to be honest. I just copied off other people. But now I became so passionate about it that I consider myself, like, you know, a patriot and somebody that if they want to come and take my gun, like, that's not going to happen. And I feel very passionate and very proud to be an American and to have the rights that we have and to have the Second Amendment. And if people don't believe me because I'm just a girl that likes to wear dresses, then that's okay. Because I know who I am and I know what I believe. But
so here's the deal also. Again, the fact that, like, the way the guy delivered this little video is he basically said all these things.
We're getting comments
yeah, I know. Like, I can read them. I'll read them to you. That he believes in us and so on and so forth. But, you know, he posts their name all over everything and says, hey, come on my channel. We can talk about it. You know, like, again, just pumping his own channel. Again, that's a Yankee Marshall thing to do. I don't know if Yankee invites people on or not or anything like that. But, you know, at least Yankee is funny. Now, we got a guy that is the polar opposite. In fact, this guy is a Patreon, Clover Tech. Kudos to you, Clover. Clover disagrees with the route in which we're taking, and I can explain more on it in a minute. But Clover didn't have to name drop or anything else. He pled his case in a very respectful way, right?
Yeah, so I just want to say something real quick, that I love Clover Tech, and I'm happy that he said, but my message was positive and motivational. I agree, and I appreciate it that you didn't, you know, like, come at me sideways or make a crazy video or anything. And Clover Tech has always been super respectful and super nice, and I just appreciate him. You know, I'm definitely not mad at Clover Tech. And I'm not, hold on, and I'm not gonna lie, the person that made that video calling me a sellout, that did anger me, because if that person did make that video to gain attention and views and all that, then that's really messed up, because that's kind of burying my name and making me look bad for his own beneficiary and beneficial reasons, and I think that's unfair as a friend. And if that's something you want to do, then at least, well, send me a message first and say, hey, this is how I feel. Can I make a video like this, or just whatever. I mean, and the comments, I read some of the comments under the video, and the things people are saying back and forth are so rude and hurtful, and it makes me feel like I'm being bullied, but I don't even feel like I did anything wrong. I feel like I'm trying my best with this channel. I'm trying to reach as many eyes as I can. That's why I'm putting stuff on YouTube, and that's why I'm still going to upload on YouTube. The more platforms I'm on, the more eyes are going to see me. I'm trying to get it out to as many people as I can, and you can help me by sharing my videos. You know, share them. I tell people all the time, please share my videos. Like, I don't want you to share them to some random dude at a gun shop. Please share them with your daughters, or some girl that's scared to go shooting, or that liberal neighbor that hates guns, or, you know, like, and if I was seeking for attention, and if I was a gun bunny, or I was trying to do this so I could get views from guys or whatever, then I would just post pictures on Instagram of me in a bikini holding a rifle. I mean, I've posted bikini pictures, but that's because I was at the pool, you know, and I thought it was a cute picture. But I don't actively try and get attention with guns in bikinis, or, you know, like booty shorts, or, you know, some of the Instagram pages that I know, that I'm not going to mention names, but I don't do posts like that. But if I was trying to get attention, that would be the route to go, and that would get mass attention. That would be the way to go. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, like if we wanted to do that, we could very easily take that route, but it changes the mission because people can't see her doing the things that she needs to do. And for the most part, girls aren't always going to get the opportunity to train with girls. Again, you don't train with girls. No, we train with the best.
Yeah.
Because when it comes time for Raquel to start training other people, they're going to look down, oh, she's just a girl. Even if she gets the most, at the end of this, she will have the most prolific resume of any woman in the world by the time we're done.
Maybe.
And people will still look down their nose at her because she's a woman. But with these videos and proof and evidence all the way through, then we'll have other women's respect, and we'll pay it forward, right? You know, if this guy would have at least, you know, wrote us and said, hey man, you know, there's some people saying some things, we think some things, would you like to come on and talk about it? Then we would have done it. He pitched and moaned because he said, we've offered multiple times for her to come on our channel. Well, we're busy, dude. Like, we don't just, you know, I'm sorry, we don't just sit on our ass and talk into a microphone and that's our production, right? I'm producing videos, I'm developing products, designing products, starting whole new companies surrounding this. We're devising programs where we can get girls shooting, coming up with ways of marketing all this stuff, marketing the channel, building our own websites. Dude, all this stuff most people would have a team of people doing. We are busy. It's not, we're not trying to blow you guys off. A lot of times we'll have, if you guys haven't seen Clover Tack, check Clover Tack out. We listen to you guys in the background, but we're busy. Like, when I'm listening to them on the background, it's because I'm working on something, designing a new t-shirt line and stuff like that. Things that women are going to see and like because they're girls. Not because, you know, like, people say a lot of stupid shit, like, oh, we got to get them to convert to our way of life. No, we don't. We go to their way of life, and we happen to shoot guns, right? You're not going to get some city girl to want to be camoed out like a redneck dude. It's not going to work.
Jackson. Yeah, I see you around the chats every now and then. You're just trolling. Be honest, winky face.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, there is a method to all my madness, okay? So, obviously, Raquel started shooting and doing all the things that she's doing. Now, it could either grow from there if she took interest, or it could have, you know, withered away if she didn't. If she did not have natural interest, this channel would be nothing, right? But there is a plan behind this channel, and this is for all you guys are Patreons. First off, I don't care about what anybody thinks or feels outside of the people on the fire line beside us, outside of the trainers that we are training with, and outside the girls that are watching these videos, because that's who we're making it for.
And our Patreons.
Yes, and our Patreons, because you guys, I mean, I just dropped the phone, that's why I caught myself. Because you guys are helping make this happen. You see what our mission is, right? There's different phases to this mission. Before we can go out and start preaching to the choir or preaching to anyone, we have to build Raquel. Raquel has to have some notoriety, and she has to have some credibility. So the first thing we have to do is blow her through so many training courses that anybody that walks up and says this girl doesn't know what she's talking about is going to look like they're full of shit, right? Now, Brikelle's a sweetheart. I'm not that guy. I'm the polar opposite. To every yin, there's a yang. But when somebody disrespects the work that I'm putting in and all the time and money and effort that I'm putting in and the time and bust-ass work ethic she's putting on it, and it pisses me off, especially because I know he's only doing it for a buck. The dude's a sellout himself.
So, as you can tell, he's... yeah. No, I know.
Last thing. So, we have to go through this period where we build her credibility. The next phase is going to be going to all these ranges and shops, which we spent the last 2 years traveling all over Tennessee, up and down the coast of Florida and Georgia, setting these things up. You have to shake hands and kiss babies. All that stuff costs money to drive this RV down. And we thank all y'all for helping us out with that. We are going to get more women shooters shooting than anyone ever has before. We already get these emails all the time. But we have to build her credibility first. Then we transfer her over into becoming a trainer, and we develop a program that we're working on. We've shown you some of the logos and stuff that we're working on, and we're in the process of developing a clothing line that fits women more than grunt style and all the other doodly type stuff that women don't relate to. We have to convert to their lifestyle. We have to change to the way that they do things. And then we just happen to shoot guns. And once we get them past the point where they're not afraid of this gun anymore, the rest will take care of itself. But you're not going to take them to the range once and all of a sudden they're going to come out tacked out in camo gear and stuff like that. It didn't happen that way with Brickell, and it's not going to happen that way with anybody that doesn't have somebody sitting over their shoulder all the time. It's planting seeds. We plant that seed, and that flower will slowly, eventually grow. If she becomes not afraid of that gun anymore, so she's not scared of it, she will be in situations walking into a 7-Eleven where she says, yo, man, that was sketchy. Me, my kids were in danger. That crazy guy outside could have done something. And when she's not afraid of that gun anymore, she will start carrying that joker to protect herself. There is a mission to this madness. There's a mission to us changing to YouTube as well. That's a whole other story and a whole other rant.
Leo said rant too.
Yeah, I'll let Brickell take care of the rest.
All right, so that was Joe's rant of the day. I think he needed to get that one off his chest. But no, I agree with him. This has been something that's been kind of annoying me and bothering me, and I'm sure we'll address it. But I don't want to give anybody any epic rant. I can hear Ride of the Valkyries in the background. Ride of the Valkyries.
I don't know. There's the ones, the comments coming with you on Patreon.
Oh, I thought they were on here.
Some of them are YouTube and some are Patreon.
Steve Peterson said he's on fire.
I just say that because I want you guys to know that we appreciate what you're putting forward, and it helps us immensely. And there is mission to this madness. We are collectively together going to get more women shooting than anyone ever has. This is a demographic that we can reach. We just have to take a slightly different approach, and the approach that we are taking is working. I see the comments and stuff that Brickell gets sent. We were saving them. I was clipping and saving them for the longest time, but it got to be too much time of my day to go and clip those and do all the other things I had to do. And so we just stopped, but we can go back. When we hired an admin girl to help us out for a short while, she spent 2 days going through a quarter of our videos clipping postings. It's reaching the demographics that nobody else is getting to.
Yeah.
And you guys are a major part of that, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, real quick, I just want to say, I appreciate all of my Patreons. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for being here. Thank you for signing on to this live feed and taking time out of your day to watch this, because I know people get busy and it's hard. So I just want to say that I'm thankful for each and every one of you, and you know, I just thank you. I couldn't appreciate it more, and it helps me with everything I do. But West Coast Chicano said, you can go crazy reading what the trolls think of you and your content. You don't have to answer to anyone. Just block those belly-crawling, jealous bastards. Keep up the great work, baby girl. Thank you, West Coast Chicano.
For the most part, the trolls don't bother us. We point and laugh at them. But for a guy to like pose as our buddy and our friend, and we know pretty much like nothing he says makes sense. Everything he says is our shortcomings about us like not getting girls out training. Like if he actually watched our videos and paid attention, he knows that half the things he said we're actually already doing. And so what'll happen is we're going to go up and do those things. We just haven't posted it yet. And he's going to think he got credit for it. But, you know, the guy posing as our friend and then trying to capitalize on our name by running us in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
that's an undercut. Trolls you expect. But, like, some dude like that.
Yeah. But, still in the show. Alright, but yeah, that's something that's been irritating us, both of us. Me, Joe, because this YouTube channel isn't just mine. It's not just ran by me, you know. It's Joe's a part of it too. And, you know, maybe we can start incorporating him and putting him on the channel a little bit too. But, I mean, that wasn't originally the plan because it's supposed to be a girl on the channel promoting other girls. But the more he's involved and the more he's talking stuff, I know you guys want to, like, you probably want to talk to him and see him. Thumbs up if you want to talk to Joe more. But, yeah, I mean, it's just very frustrating. I know people will say whatever. It's the internet. If people can make all kinds of videos. I've had people make videos where they're, like, making fun of me, joking. But it was lighthearted and it was, like, joking. This one kind of like hurt a little bit and was kind of upsetting because it was someone we considered a friend. And it wasn't like something where they were just making fun of me shooting and just saying, oh, what a goofball, and she's so dumb, and this and that. It was somebody calling me a sellout. And to me, that's very offensive because I don't know why he would think I'm a sellout. I already explained it all to you guys, all the things that I've been trying to do, and, like, I'm not making money from this YouTube. Like, I'm making money, but I'm not making a crap ton of money from this YouTube. This YouTube has been funded mostly from all of my savings money. So this YouTube has cost me more than I've gained from it. But I don't say that because I feel like I have gained from it because I'm getting girls shooting. And by getting girls shooting, potentially there's a girl that wasn't raped or murdered or domestic violence or whatever. And it's also keeping the Second Amendment alive. And I mean, that's how I feel. And you can believe me or you don't have to.
Now, time out.
Whatever.
When she says that we are making money, she doesn't mean we're finishing in the black. She means that there is money coming in from Patreon, Google AdSense, t-shirt sales, stuff like that.
Yeah,
but we're not finishing in the black. We're in the red still.
But, so, our money is mostly coming from Patreon. Google AdSense doesn't really pay anything. We'll get, like, a small check every once in a while. But we're really not... So, to say that I'm doing YouTube for money is, like, totally preposterous because we're not even really making money from YouTube. So, it doesn't make any sense, you know?
So, here's the one other thing I'm going to drop. Right prior to this YouTube American Gun Chick thing, I was a professional card player for over 10 years. Right? I played cards with celebrities and ball players and people all over, the super famous people. I've partied in all the craziest places. I've lived in 5-star condo places. You know what I'm saying? I've partied at Playboy Mansion. Dude, I've done so much stuff. If you think, the reason why I'm doing this is because playing cards on my good days would be some other person's bad day. So I was surrounded by miserable people and I wasn't making the world a better place. But through this mission, we are great again. We are helping women non-stop. And I'm living out of an RV now, chasing it for a dream. It has nothing to do with money and being balling. Like, I've lived that lifestyle. This is about working forward and achieving something that is bigger than ourselves. You guys, Raquel, myself, we are achieving this.
Yeah, and the moral of the story is, as gun people and as the gun community, all of us, we need to be sticking together. We don't need to be fighting and arguing and bashing each other and saying this person's dumb because of this. Excuse me. It almost feels like high school. Like, it should not be like high school. We're all grown-ups. So if we have a problem with someone, we should just, like, talk to them, ask them, send them a message. As gun people, like, the other side, they want us to be fighting. They want us to be, you know, having... you know, bashing heads, all that crap. As gun people, we should not be doing that. We need to be all sticking together and working together to get more people in this group. It's almost like we're in a big group and we need to be just actively trying to get people in this group as much as we can. So that includes not bashing on women in the firearms industry. And I know people are going to call me a gun bunny for saying this, but that includes not bashing on gun bunnies. That's my personal opinion. I don't think it's right when people talk crap about gun bunnies. Maybe I don't understand fully what a gun bunny is, but apparently what I get from it is a gun bunny is somebody that, you know, takes sexy pictures with guns to get attention, but doesn't know anything about guns. But just the fact that they're around guns, they're okay with them, they're not scared of them, they're touching them. You know, maybe they might shoot them later. Maybe the fact that they've modeled with guns so many times means that maybe they're more open to maybe go shooting. Who knows? But anything that has to do with guns, anything that gets the hands in anything that gets guns in anybody's hands that aren't gonna, you know, go crazy. But anything that gets guns in the hands of people and gets more people on our side is a good thing. So we shouldn't be bashing. Clover Tech said a gun bunny doesn't know about guns. Yes, and the larger demographic of women are not pro gun bunny. Sorry, I had to read that really fast or else it'd go away. Yeah, that's what I thought a gun bunny was, but still, in my opinion, instead of bashing and hating and saying, you know, what a slut and like, you're stupid and this to gun bunnies and talking crap to gun bunnies, what you should be doing is supporting them and maybe trying to talk to them and explain things to them and teach them more stuff about guns so they learn and help them get into the industry. People should not be pushing people out of this industry, because if they're here and somebody rubs them wrong and they leave, they're gonna go over to the other side, and then there's one less person, and then there's another person on the other side that's gonna vote anti-gun law stuff, and then we're all gonna be screwed, and then we have to finally, you know, defend ourselves in the end. And as far as me, like, I don't want to have to pick up a gun and, you know, stop people from trying to take my gun. I don't want to do that. But if it came down to it and they're trying to take our guns, I'm not gonna give up my guns. They're not, you know.
We've been showcasing a guy a whole lot, a man named Kevin Dixie of No Other Toys Firearms. Kevin is a brilliant communicator, and what he says is we have to stop preaching inclusion while practicing exclusion. Mm-hmm. We have to stop preaching about inclusion while practicing exclusion. So that means, like, oh, you know, there was one, and Clover will probably know, and I'm sorry, but, you know, Brickell did Gun Gals. It's an up-and-coming channel. That's good. Anywhere we can, we want to try to help wherever we can. But if I remember, I'm not sure, but look, one of the names that was on this guy's comment section was bashing on Brickell because, oh, she dresses this way or that way or whatsoever. Like, we're giving you a hand up. You know what I'm saying? To help promote that sort of stuff. We do more. But like in that realm, you're gonna women getting along with women is a little bit different than men getting along with men. It just is. Every woman will agree that you get a bunch of women together and it can turn real catty real quick for whatever reason. She thinks she's cute. You've seen all these comedians talk about that, and that's the God's honest truth. So when you have a girl that looks like Brickell and she walks into a brand new situation and, like, you know, these big conventions that we go to, and there's already a hierarchy there of all the women who know each other and believe.
Clover Tech puts me. It went way too fast.
I'll check it. But, like, we go to these conventions, the pecking order already exists. So we're not here to be catty with those women. We're not here to talk to the women that are already involved. We're here to promote to new women. We'll listen to the women that are involved and stuff like that if they're open. But what we've experienced, about 50-50 from the people that are already involved, was mostly cattiness. And we didn't even go looking for it. It found its way to us.
Yeah. But, damn, that was a whole lot. I don't even know what to say now. But yeah, it's true. I've tried to work with a lot. I have worked with a lot of women in my YouTube channel so far. And I still plan on working more with more women in the future. But I've tried to work with a lot of women and get a lot of women involved in my channel. But some women don't want to do it, and maybe they have their personal reasons, I don't know, or maybe they're just busy and they can't, or, you know, and a lot of people are spread out all over the place. So, you know, I can't constantly be saying, hey, do you want to collab? Do you want to go do this, that? Because I'm only in a town for so long, and then I got to move on to the next place and go. But, you know, I've tried to reach out. I've tried, and just because somebody doesn't want to be on my channel or work with me or collab with me doesn't mean they're catty and doesn't mean that they're a jerk or anything. They, you know, they have their personal reasons. They don't want to, or they just didn't respond because they didn't get my message or check their messages or whatever. But, you know, some people are busy, whatever. But oh, Clover Tech's leaving. He said, I gotta bail and prep for my show later. Both of you hit me up later and we have a further conversation privately.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. And so, like, you really quickly, Chloe, before you bail, you're right. Like, I'm not against them having their opinions, but to bash somebody that looks different than you, or this or that or whatsoever, that woman's not the type of woman we're trying to appeal to, and she should be smart enough to understand that, or at least accept that that's not the demographic we're going for. But she says, "Oh no, it's just about getting men," or something along those lines. But
yeah, what he's referring to is I had someone comment on the video and say that, well, the wording was something like, well, if she dresses like that, how does she expect anyone to take her seriously? And you know, it's just men that's watching her and this and that. But in my opinion, and based off psychology, that's not the case. I watch a lot of female YouTubers, and they're not even gun YouTubers, but I started watching them because the thumbnail was like their hair, and they were in like a pretty outfit, and I just kind of looked at it and I'm like, wow, like that person's really pretty. So I clicked it and I wanted to see what they look like, and they just, you tend to watch people and you tend to relate to people that look look more like you. So if I'm trying to reach out to the girls that aren't already gun shooters, which are going to be girls that wear, you know, frilly dresses like me and wear like wear maybe like Forever 21 and Fashion Nova type of trendy young clothes, those are typically girls that don't shoot and don't go shooting and are scared to shoot. So if I dress like that and I'm still myself, and I also don't want to dress different because that's not who I am, then I'm going to relate more to those girls versus if I dressed like, if I wore tactical clothes, like if I wore true spec pants and like a camo tank top all the time, then I'm gonna relate, and more girls are gonna be interested in watching that are girls more like Alexandra, which is fine, but she's already a gun shooter. She's already into that. So I'm not trying to preach to the choir, and I don't think that's what people understand. I'm not trying to change who I am to preach to the choir. I'm trying to stay who I am and make friends with all these girls, but be like, hey, just so you know, I have this channel and I'm just like you, but I shoot. So if I can do it, you can do it. So I don't know if that makes sense, but so some women like to get mad and they like to hate on the fact that there's like a video where I shot some skeet and I'm wearing a dress, which to me I don't think that's unsafe because before you rack the shotgun, like you shoot and then you gotta rack the shotgun for the not the shell but the, what am I thinking of?
Wait, the shell?
The shell. But so you gotta rack the side for the shell to come out. It's not going down my shirt. Like there's nothing unsafe there. So I don't know. I feel like I'm just totally like reiterating and just rambling right now. You guys probably don't want to hear it, so maybe we should talk about something else.
You got a list there, right? What else you want to talk about?
But anyway, so I kind of wanted to do this live feed for like about an hour, but I knew this first topic was gonna eat up a lot of time because I mean it's kind of just like a big deal. But yeah, but I'll address more of that later. I don't want to give anybody any props or any clout or a shout out that's trying to bash my name and being rude to me. But the next thing that I wanted to talk about, and it kind of goes to the whole being a girly girl and everything, is something really cool that I've been working on, and I uploaded like a little sneak peek of it on here on Patreon. And it's me. I'm going to be doing a Disney princess parody, Part of Your World. I don't know if you guys have seen, but it's the Little Mermaid when she sings Part of Your World. And she's kind of like, you know, down under the water. She's singing like, look at all my stuff. Like, look at her. She found all this human stuff up on land. So she wants to live up on land and she wants to go visit it. And she's so curious. And she's like, you know, but her dad is all like mean and like, no, you can't do that. So my parody is going to be me as like a Disney princess. And I'm going to be in my room and I'm going to be like, you know, daydreaming. I'm going to sit there and be daydreaming that I have all these guns. Like, look at my guns. Aren't they neat? And then be panning around all these guns and like probably Nexus shooting shop or whatever. And then I'm going to go to Tactical Response and it's going to be me shooting in my Disney princess outfit around everybody else while they're shooting, while the song's going on. It's a whole lot, but when you see it, you'll be like, wow, that's pretty cool. So what we did is I went and wrote all the lyrics. I printed off the Disney Princess Part of Your World and then like the cover, and then I went and then wrote out my own lyrics or whatever. And then we know this guy that's in Orlando, and he does auto-tune and all that stuff, because I definitely need auto-tune because my singing voice is not on point. But so we did a little singing auto-tune thing, and so we got the music part down, we got the song down. So now the next thing is we just got to work on the music video. So with the music video, that's going to be the hard part, because we got to go different places and plan out a bunch of stuff and everything. But we already got the location to do it. The guy that did the music for us, he has like a daughter in her bedroom, is kind of like Disney princess looking and stuff, so we can use that. Now I just got to get a Disney princess dress and a way to conceal under that Disney princess dress, and we're good to go. But I know I've been rambling, and you guys are probably annoyed. Ramble, girl, ramble. Guy B. Why is it not popping up right here? What the heck?
You're watching the YouTube one?
Oh, well, read me the comments.
I will, that's on show.
Okay, so we've been on this live feed for like 50 minutes of me just rambling, so I feel bad, guys. So let's take 10 minutes to just answer some questions. Let's do like a little Q&A, and I want to know what you guys want to know, so ask me some questions. And then we'll talk about, I got like 2 more things on here. I just wanted to show you some guns, some like new products that I have, and some like cool things that companies sent me. But is there any questions popping up there?
I'm gonna check. Not yet.
Every time you talk, it's like 8 people watching. Then when I talk, it's like 4 people watching. Nobody likes me.
Might be getting bumped on and off. You can just go to they'll pop questions in. You can talk
okay.
about.
Well, I'm just going to be talking about this stuff, and then if you guys have questions, pop one in, and I'll stop talking and answer your question. But the next thing I wanted to talk about was my, here comes the questions.
That's good.
Are you going to get an AK-47? I don't have, and then Leo said, you're doing fine. Thank you, Leo. I don't have any plans on getting an AK-47 anytime soon. But that would be cool to get one in the future. I mean, we all have like our dream guns. Like, I want this next, and I want this, and every day there's a new one that I want. So, I mean, if I told you the list of the guns that I wanted, it'd be like this long, like a long list. Because of course I want. But something that I've really been wanting is a high-point carbine. And Joe's laughing at me right now. I really want a high-point carbine, either the 380 or the 10mm. Probably the 10mm, because I don't know, it just seems cool. But I really want a high-point carbine. Those are so cool. Ever since I went to the Big 3 East and shot one, it was so much fun. I loved it so much. And another gun that I really want to get is the shield. I've really been wanting to get the shield. I've been wanting to get my hands on the shield so bad. Steven Peterson said, get the 10mm. I probably will. I mean, I don't need a 380. I already got the little bodyguard, even though I hate that gun. Leo said, pick guns that women can relate to. High Point Great FL Florida Company. High Point Great FL Company? Yep. They're a Florida company?
I think so. Florida, Georgia.
I didn't know High Point was a Florida company.
They're always around when we do all the machine gun shoots and stuff like that. So.
But yeah, it would be good to get guns that girls can relate to. So we actually got a Smith & Wesson 22, because when we do take girls out shooting, we want to, give them that 22, because a lot of times girls are worried about the recoil when they first go shooting. So we actually have that right now. It's back there in the cabinet. We got that 22. And I also want to get a shield, because a lot of girls like the shield, and I feel like if I switch out to that Apex trigger, every girl that gets their hands on that is going to love it. Because girls love my Smith & Wesson, my full size. So, I mean, the shield would be even better, because as a girl, we got small hands. It's easier to conceal. So I want to have the Smith & Wesson, my 43, and the 22, so girls can try out all of those. Kel-Tec, another Florida company. DPMS too. Yeah, I don't know much about DPMS. I don't know anything about that really. But I like Kel-Tecs. I've always loved Kel-Tec. Kel-Tec's awesome. I want the Kel-Tec, what was
KSG.
KSG. The one with like 13 rounds in it. And I want to keep that like by my bed where I sleep in case anyone breaks in the RV. Then I'm good to go. Just all filled with slugs, So I'm looking at my phone because these are the YouTube comments and these are the Patreon comments. And Guy B said, which is your favorite AR? Are you asking ARs in general that I've shot, or the ones that I own? Because as far as the ones that I own, I really like my Stag AR, but I like the one that James gave me too. But they're both great, just in different. I can't choose between them. I don't want to piss anyone off, but they're both great. But if you're asking ARs in general, I don't know. I feel like, see, like, choosing your favorite gun is almost like choosing your favorite food. It's like impossible. How do you choose? You know, I would say that my favorite AR, though, if I had to pick one, well, out of the ones that I've used my Stag. I've used the one that James sent me. It was my Spikes, or the one that they gave me, Spikes AR, right? And then, I'm trying to think of what are some other ones that I've used?
That might be it. I'm not, the Smith & Wesson. The original.
Oh,
the original
no,
one
you know what? My favorite AR, and I haven't even shot it, would be the one DS Arms let me hold at SHOT Show. That really lightweight one.
Yep. I was hoping you remember that, but we haven't shot it yet, so I wasn't sure.
Do you remember the name of that one?
It's something crazy, but here's what is awesome. DS Arms is getting behind us. We are in the final stages of closing that deal, and he's sending you one, so you can start 3-gun.
There's more. Oh crap! Type that in again because I missed it.
I'll look it up.
But to answer that question, my favorite AR, and I haven't even shot it, so it might change if I shot it, would be DS Arms makes this really lightweight AR, and I'm so sorry I can't think of the name of it right now, but I don't want to make up the name and just...
I'll look it up here in a minute.
But they make this, Joe's going to look it up, but they make this really great AR, and it's really lightweight. It's so comfortable. Most ARs I don't have a lot of upper body strength, so when I hold my arms out, my arms get really tired.
He says, LOL, High Point, we have a 9mm and a 40 at Smith & Wesson. It's a good and an affordable piece. Then he said, for the ARs, what's your favorite AR that you own?
Oh, AR that I own? Oh, it's... What sucks is I can't answer that question because all of my ARs I own got sent to me from people, so I don't want to like diss somebody else, you know? So, I don't really want to answer that. But I'm pretty sure Stag's not watching. James might be watching, but, you know, I don't really want to answer that because I don't want to piss anyone off. Lightweight is great and a powerful, and I hate heavy guns. Yeah, I know, I don't like heavy rifles, but I do have a gym membership, so I'm going to start going there and trying to build up some muscle. You know, there's a little bit there, not much, but I want to start going and build some upper body strength, and then get it to where I can run the gun and not get tired, because my arms get so tired. And if it's a heavy to medium gun, I'll start shaking and that sight's going all over the place. So I think that's why I bombed it when I went hunting, because that gun was so heavy that front sight, or that the optic was just bouncing around like that.
Ryan Westall said, what's your favorite optic?
My favorite optic? Let's see. I have a video on that where I try out a bunch of different optics. I would say my favorite optic, I like the one that's on my gun now that James Edwards gave me. And it's like a little crosshairs. Is it in the safe right now?
Which gun?
The one that James Edwards gave me.
Yeah, that's the Trijicon, but I don't remember the exact numbers.
Yeah,
but
so
I can get it.
My favorite optic is the one that's on my rifle that James Edwards gave me, that we did the video on that one. And it's a Trijicon one. So he's going to grab it right now so we can pull it out, and I'll show you more about it, because I can't remember the specific name of it right now. But I've tried a lot of different optics out, and I would say as far as like red dot type optics, I love EOTechs. EOTechs are so great. And I learned that recently in my class Boone and Tonto, because I normally shoot on my left side because this eye has a really hard time focusing and finding that little dot. So when I could switch it around, the EOTech, like my eye would catch it a lot easier. Let me see. So here's the gun that James Edwards gave me. And if you don't know about this, there's a video on it on my channel. But, man, this rifle is cool. But Stag rifle is cool too. But. So here, I'm going to take this off real quick. So this would be my favorite optic, and this one is,
I think it's an AccuPoint, but if we mix them up, kind of AccuPoint, something by something.
okay, that did nothing. But this one is so cool. So it has, would the camera pick it up?
Be careful, you almost took that light out.
Oh. Can you guys see in there? Probably not. But it has little crosshairs, so it's really good for long range shooting. And I actually took this thing out and shot it at, we shot up to like 1,000 yards. It didn't get to 1,000 yards. You have to have an even higher end scope, the ones that are really expensive to get to like 1,000 yards. But this one's really cool, and then it has the little red dot sight on the side, so if you're training,
I'm about to poke a whole bunch of stuff.
okay, I'm like poking stuff. You're shooting right here, you want to shoot long distance, and then you got to shoot your red dot. You just tilt it like that, and then your red dot's right there. But before I like break a lamp and stab my curtain right there, I'm gonna chill out. But this one is the Trijicon.
I think it's AccuPoint and something by something, I don't know.
Why does it not say? He told me the name of it before, but all it ever says is Trijicon. It doesn't ever say Trijicon what. I don't know, but all I know is it's really cool. And the cool thing about it is you don't have to like charge it or anything. It uses like the sunlight. So if you see this like green thing right here, if you cover this, it kind of makes it more and more dim, like your crosshairs. So it's pretty cool. And then this little red dot sight right here is Purus. Or Burris. Burris. So yeah. But this is a sick rifle. Just holding this right now, I'm like, I need to go shooting right now. You know?
I think that one you got out to 600 with.
Yeah.
But it's been a while.
And then here's the light. But I'm gonna put this away before I break stuff. Oh, another comment rolled in, and it looked like it was funny, but I missed it. It said something like nice dollar piece or something. But yeah, that's a pretty cool one. So
I'll take a look and see.
let's see if we got any more questions. You guys can ask me.
Oh, he said that's a high dollar piece.
Oh yeah.
Talking about that optic, I think.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, that was a really nice gift that James gave me. I was like, wow, thank you so much. All right, so another thing that I wanted to show you guys, and then we'll answer a few more questions, and then we'll probably wrap it up because we're kind of going past an hour, and I know you guys probably have things to do, and I got to get back to helping editing and doing all this stuff. But can you hand me that real quick?
This one?
Yeah. So I wanted to show this real quick, and this is just a Mossberg Maverick old shotgun.
Mossberg 500.
Mossberg 500. So apparently, obviously, I don't know a whole lot about shotguns, but you know.
The old one we have is a Maverick.
And yeah, my fingernail's missing. But this one, it came originally with a different stock, but this is one of our sponsors, Fab Defense. I'm on like a tiny little screen, so I don't want. But here's the stock right here. We took out the original stock and then put this one on. This is Fab Defense, and this one's really cool. It's like really comfortable right here, and this one actually doesn't it help with recoil?
Yeah,
Yeah, this one has
recoil spring.
A spring in it, so it's a recoil reducer. Well, it doesn't reduce the recoil, but it makes it easier on your shoulder, so it's not like beating the crap out of your shoulder. But that's one of our sponsors we're working with, Fab Defense.
Leo said, gotta catch up on the Q videos. Right on, brother. No Q.
On the Q
We
videos.
watched I think I watched Destroying the Illusion. That's my dude that I watch for Keeping Up with Q.
But yeah, that was the last thing on my list. I just kind of. Oh wait, did you put that away? We gotta put this back on it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not locked up yet.
Okay. But yeah, that's just some of the things that I wanted to show you guys and talk to you guys about what we're working on. We got a lot we're working on. We're even trying to like figure out and plan a hunt, because that didn't sit right with me the last hunt. You know, I didn't get anything, and it was embarrassing. So we're working on and planning a hunt. We're gonna still be uploading. I'm not going anywhere. You know, I'm not quitting my channel or anything. We'll still upload on YouTube, but here and there. But YouTube's not gonna be like my main priority. I'm not gonna be like stressing if I miss something uploading on YouTube. But YouTube is going to be my priority, so if you want to make sure you catch every Gun Day Monday, you know, go to YouTube, check it out. You know, please support me and go over there and subscribe, and you know, every single person that does it helps, and it helps our mission. And
we're going to post the YouTube videos here on Patreon already anyways. It doesn't matter where we post them. It's just, you know, again, when they say something about us doing it for money, we lose exposure, and we're taking hits. We're taking hits by trying to push people to a new platform. We lose that way, but we're not gaining exposure right now anyways. It's not about coins, it's not about money, it's about our message getting out to the people that needs to see it. So if we're spending thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars on creating these videos, we need to know that we have the opportunity for it to spread, not just go to the same people that see it every day all the time already anyways. That's good, but it's not getting out to new people.
Leo said you and Joe just go hunting, save some money. Oh, you were talking to me.
Oh, sorry.
Pull it up.
I'll look it up.
So, yeah. So, that's what we've been doing, just doing a lot of stuff. I'm also currently, well, I've been working on this book for a while, but the thing with me is I have really bad ADD, so I'll work on my book, and then I'll go work on something else, and then I'll come back to the book. So, this book has been in the making for like a year, but I'm trying to write a book on how to get, like 20 ways on how to get girls shooting. But I mean, like, if I could just rein in my ADD of always, like, I'll switch to different projects all the time. I just need to stay focused. But once I get that book done, then it'll be on my website, or it'll be wherever, you know.
And we're giving this book away for free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's ways in which you could charge for a book, something like that on there. You could charge for like ebook sales and stuff like that, and people would do it to support us, I'm sure. But I feel like for free.
But I feel like it's a good book. It's a necessary book, because I don't feel like people understand how to get. Because the common question is always, how do you get girls shooting? How do you get girls involved in the gun industry? Or how do we get new people into the gun industry? Well, you could start with, these are the two most important things. People that start to transition into the gun industry, do not bully them, do not be mean to them, don't hate on them. And if they're doing something wrong, or they're saying the wrong things, or they're being unsafe with guns and all kinds of stuff like that, don't be mean to them, but teach them. Let them know that, hey, this is serious, this is this. Teach them, show them the right ways, give them examples, show them videos, teach them, you know, take them shooting with you. Somebody that I want to give a quick shout out to, that is somebody that is really good at getting new girls shooting, and he's probably not watching this right now, but he's always had my back, and he's always been a really good guy, and he's somebody that he gets it, I feel like, and he's always been really good at getting people shooting, is James Edwards. I've seen him get lots of new people shooting, and like lots of girls and stuff. So I give him a shout out, and I applaud him for that. And I'm not just saying that because he gave me that cool rifle, you know. I mean it, you know. So I just wanted to say that, like, you know, don't bash on people that come into the gun industry. And there's another one that I was going to say.
Right. Well, like, what it is, I mean, even if they say something a little stupid, or whatever it might be. So there was a girl, I'm not going to go into deep details, because there's a girl that basically said something that fell out of line with the gun industry. And she got ostracized and kicked out, and everybody, like, threw her to the wolves.
Thank you, Leo.
Instead of taking that opportunity to say, yo, she thinks the way a lot of people think, and instead of just, I would say castrating her, but that's not the right word for this.
Isn't that like cutting their...
Yeah, cutting those nuts off. But, like, you know, she ended up getting fired and moved out, and long gone, everybody's like, good riddance. You know, but that would have been a great opportunity to educate somebody and try to bring them around and show. But that's not, a lot of times, there are aspects of the gun community that can be as ignorant as the liberals, or they just want to shun everybody out, and they don't want to take the time to listen or take an attempt to change someone, to listen and take the time to change people. They're not bad human beings.
Yeah.
They're just misguided. They want the same thing we want. We all want people to be safe. We just have different approaches to go about it. So if they think that way, then that means we're failing in communicating to them of why we feel that our way is better.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this real quick. The reason that I'm a gun person right now is because my gun journey has been nothing besides all the rude, mean comments on YouTube. My gun journey has been nothing but positivity and has been really good. And I say that because the gun community has been very welcoming, has been very nice to me, has been awesome. For the most part. There's been some rude people here and there. But, so that's why I'm a gun person. But if I would have started this channel and then right off the bat, other gun YouTubers were making videos like the guy that just recently made a video about me, or people were, you know, coming at me sideways, like trolls on the internet. Like, obviously we don't care what they say, but other people, other gun YouTubers and stuff, if people were coming at me sideways saying, oh, she's just doing it for attention, oh, look, she's a gun buddy, oh, this, oh, she's a sellout, this and that. If that would have happened to me in the very beginning when I'm doing this channel, I don't know if I would still be doing it and be here to this day, because I think it would have maybe left a really bad taste in my mouth and made me think like, wow, it would have made me feel like, wow, nobody wants me here, why am I here? Nobody, they don't like me. Maybe gun people aren't nice people, maybe they're right, maybe they're just psychos and this and that. Obviously, I know that's not the case. Gun people are law-abiding citizens and they're good people, but there's always going to be some rotten eggs, and to the people that are the rotten eggs, I'm telling you, by you being rude and mean to anybody, even if somebody is anti-gun and you shouting at them and saying, well, screw you, you're stupid, and you're doing the whole gun community an injustice and you're ruining it for everybody. So, I mean, if somebody's rude to you first, I mean, obviously you can stand up for yourself, but what I'm trying to get at is, if somebody says some things like, oh, like if somebody said, you know, I think guns are good and people should own guns, but I think they should ban AR-15s. Instead of saying, well, you're stupid, F you, like, you're wrong, what the hell's wrong? You know, we shouldn't be doing that. Instead, we should be educating them and trying to talk to them and be like, listen, this is this and this and this and this. And then you can only try so much, but then after that, if they're still like, oh no, forget you, and they're rude to you and that, then whatever. Then let them, then be like, well, then screw you. But you need to at least like try and get people to come over here to our side. You know?
One thing is that, like, if you get somebody like that, they don't convert in a day.
He said, kill them with kindness and information. That's right, Ryan.
They don't convert within a day. I've been a master. I don't want to say I was a master, but I've been really good at converting people that didn't believe in certain things that's like going on with the government or switching from being liberal to being a more conservative. And it's planting seeds, man. It takes time. You say those things, they're not going to come around right away. But as they start to see things and they hear your point of view and they start to witness things happening in society, that plant grows. And they come to a realization on their own. You have to use with the Socratic method and get them to come to the realization on their own. You know what I'm saying? And that will happen. But, you know, it gets to a point where if you become such, and I've done this too, where if you become such an asshole in trying to prove your point, it gets to the point for them where they don't care whether you're right or wrong or not. They just hate you. Yeah. So it's a prime example with Donald Trump right now. Whether Trump is right or wrong, he's doing a lot of amazing things. But people just hate his personality so much that his personality is what refuses them to say, all right, this guy's doing okay. So he's fighting his own, like he's, you know, fighting his own reputation kind of. And that's not what we kind of need. And I'm a victim of that too sometimes because I get frustrated and, you know, animated, so on and so forth. But kill them with kindness and know that it doesn't happen within a day. I've converted tons of people to come across. Just keep dropping that knowledge and know that they will come. It'll take 3 months, 6 months, whatever it might be. But we can make it. It's happening now. We are the majority.
It's almost like we're missionaries for a church. And instead of going around knocking on people's doors, you know, like, I don't know. I guess we couldn't go around and knock on people's doors, but it wouldn't work. But it's like we're doing missionary work, you know, at churches. We're trying to get people to see the world in a different light. Because people that are anti-gun see the world as, oh, it's just unicorns and butterflies and nothing bad ever happens. But these evil guns come in and then they just kill a bunch of people and they do all this bad stuff. But what they don't realize is that's not the case. The world could be butterflies and, you know, sunshine and all that stuff for the most part if we all had guns. because the evil that's going to come in is going to get weeded out quick. There won't be any evil to last because majority of people are good people. Majority of people don't want to go and just kill somebody. There's only a few percentage of people that are psychos that want to kill people. And those people will get weeded out, and those people will be stopped if we all trained and carried all the time. So the more people you can convert over, the more good people we have, and the less victims we have. But I just kind of wanted to leave it at that note. We're kind of running kind of long right now, and I kind of wanted to wrap this up a little bit. But thank you, Joe, for saying your piece. Everybody thank Joe for.
Woo!
Unless they didn't want to hear him talk, then they could be like,
Thanks
shut
for all
the
the
heck up.
support, guys.
But yeah, from me and Joe, thank you so much for the support. And 5% of psychopaths, 95% are good. See, exactly.
Hold on, we had one comment from Costanopolis, but I'm not seeing it right now.
And just a quick reminder too, if you guys want a Geisley, Boone, and Tonto signed hat, I'm doing a giveaway on. It's on my Instagram right now, right? It will be on my Instagram, but I'm doing a giveaway on my Instagram, and then I'm doing a giveaway on my YouTube channel. So go check out the latest video and go get it. Well, not the latest
We'll
video.
see those guys
the latest
again.
video is on YouTube, but the latest video on YouTube has my giveaway. So if you want to go win one of these, I mean, just saying.
And actually, we're going to see those guys again. We've gotten really close. I wouldn't say really, really close, but we're close enough where we got their personal phone numbers, call whenever they want.
Keep up the good work and stay positive is what Leo said. Thank you. Thanks, Joe and Brickell. Good night. Stay safe. Shoot straight. Thank you. Sorry, Joe.
So, yeah, no, I'm just saying that we'll get more of those hats, and we'll do some giveaways just for our Patreons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
No, yeah, we'll do giveaways for the Patreons too. But, yeah. But anyway, thank you guys.
well done.
Well done, American Gungeon. Thank you. Thank you.
Christopher Tanaka.
Thank you for the support. Just one comment telling me that I'm doing a good job, or saying thank you, or saying that you rock, or anything like that, diffuses every single bad comment that I've ever gotten on my YouTube channel. So the nice comments mean 1,000%, and the mean comments mean 0%. So I appreciate every single one of you for your support and for your love and for understanding what I'm trying to do, because not everybody understands me. I think there's a lot of people out there that still question my motives and don't understand why I'm doing this, because I'm a girl. And that's fine. I knew I was going to deal with that coming into this industry, but I don't care. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining me, and I hope you join me on the next live feed. I'll let you know in advance when we do the next live feed, and I'll let you know if I go on any other people's live feeds or address more of the stuff or anything. But I'll talk to you guys later. So you all have a good day or a good night. How do we end this?
Right here.
Okay.